Welcome everyone. I've been told that I broke somebody's Infinity Nikki. Let me just look. I'll watch the video. I won't let anyone else see it though. I was taking photos. Oh, wait. You can definitely hear it. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't know it was going into that track. Sorry. Taking photos for the contest, and it all went horribly. What happened? What happened to your Nikki? Why is she doing that? I'll just show you a screenshot of it. It's not in the outfit, but I just want to show people what it looks like. Oh, her body's all bendy. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, she's like on the ground. I don't want to show the full video because I feel bad, right? But here, she's like sliding underneath the ground. Anyways, for those of you who don't know why we're talking about Infinity Nikki on a channel where we play games that make you question the reality of things, it's because we have a lookbook contest. Sorry, that was disgusting. I was gassy. And I just posted the criteria last night. So, if you wanted to wear, I finally posted the criteria last night. Got some inspiration. Thank you, Herb, for the inspiration. Throwing it down. Sexual style. Okay, there we go. And then, it's interesting because it was very, very hard to... It's for the feet, don't lie. Yeah, it's everything. The entire competition is just a way for me to collect foot pictures, and the more that I have, the better my life is as a whole. Right? It brings me great joy to see her feet at all times. Infinity Nikki. So I posted the criteria, and this month's theme is going to be about going back to the office. Because you're doing a sitting pose and came out of photo mode and it didn't work. I can see that. I can see that. She looks and it's funny is that you see Momo in the background just staring at her like, what? Nikki, what's going on? Are you okay? And then Nikki's all like, my life is pain and suffering. With her, what's crazy is that everything about her is warped, including her foot. Look at this. Everything. Her ankles are broken. She's like all busted up. You found a stellar bug. I'm actually very glad that somebody found some bugs. I haven't encountered a single bug in the game, and I feel like a fashion bug would be funny. So I'm gonna try to recreate that live on stream because I can imagine a couple things that I can do that could be hilarious. So you said a sitting pose, right? Is it the default sitting pose? Should I just do that? Because I do want to try to recreate that. Because imagine your host being all funny on screen. I think that would add things. Yeah. Posted the criteria. So again, the theme for this month is going to be around going back to work because there's no holiday in January that I'm aware of that people consistently holidays in January. Yeah, like no one really look. I'm gonna show you all the holidays around the world in January. Okay, this is a full list of holidays around the world in January. I'm gonna full screen this. This is good because I need to show you things after. Let's just read this together, okay? From, by the way, webholidays.com. Celebrating holidays around the world. It's National Train Your Dog Month. Holy shit. Maybe I should have made one where you can be a dog trainer. Okay, we'll think about this. Cause related. National Slavery. Okay, let's just look away. Scroll down a bit. What's on the 17th, eh? What's this to do? Cable Car Day. You've got Cable Car Day. National Bootleggers Day. So if you... we can just make alcohol, I guess. National Hot Buttered Rum Day. International Day of Italian Cuisines. The Italians are taking over the 17th. National Nothing Day is on... See, look, if you know the month has nothing going on for it, when the 16th is National Nothing Day. And there's also Appreciated Dragon Day. What? So yeah, there's not really many festivals for us to do that many people celebrate. I mean, some of these are... I mean, a lot of these are great causes. You know what I mean? But not... They're not like... I don't know. They're not holidays. They're not really holidays. When I think of holidays, I think of, say, Christmas or Halloween or, Valentine's Day. That's why this month's theme is going back to work, okay? You have to give me an outfit that shows you as a CEO, a bodyguard, and a thing. And as a spoiled rich child of a rich CEO. It's all within the Discord. I'm not going to reiterate it because I don't even know what I wrote last night. I hope that you have fun with the theme. It's a little hard to think of these themes outside of holidays because holidays naturally lead themselves to themes. So hopefully you do enjoy it. For today, I've actually got some cool things for y'all today. So what are we doing today? We're going to be playing some interesting games. One, it's Sunday. I thought it was Saturday. What? I thought it was Saturday. What? Saturday. Okay, sorry. Let me just fix something. Not Sunday, January 12th. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so I thought it was Saturday. I thought it was Saturday. It's actually Sunday. Wow, I've been gone for a while. And we've got some fun things to play today. So a couple days ago, I think 2 or 3 days ago, the Flipside Frights demo disc, the I fucked up the name. The Haunted PS1 Flipside Frights demo disc dropped, and it's an interesting little project that was going on for a couple of years, and it stopped in 2023, I think, because they were significantly burnt out. It's in a similar vein to the Mad Advent Calendar thing that we did last year, where it's a collection of game demos and even small game concepts that people made that they wanted to show to the world. And they took a moment to sort of recover because making an entire game every single year is a bit intense. But this year it came back, and it came back all of a sudden. I had no clue. I got the email 3 hour as soon as it released. So itch.io, your email system works. And I was like, "Yo, there's a new game here." So we're going to be trying some of those horror game demos out. Okay, it's mostly horror game themed, so just be prepared for noises. Hello, mod. And yeah, just I want you to know that I am a screamer. And then we're gonna continue with some Beyond Citadel later. I'm gonna try my best. I'm a little exhausted today. You can kind of tell by the way I'm talking and how staggered I am, or just disjointed I am. But hopefully it works out. Before we do, though, we got something very important to talk about. Today is also the Path of Exile 2 patch day. So, to everyone who's not watching me, or like who won't watch me later, please go to the Path of Exile 2 stream and report back on what's going to happen. We need to know. I need to know what the patch is going to be like. That game has been stuck in my mind. I theorycraft so often. It reminds me a lot of the first game, and I want the gameplay. The problem is that there's no reason to go beyond Act 30, and the end game kind of sucks. So I'm very curious to see what their plans are moving forward, and I'm curious to see if they're going to lean heavily into this sort of like similar to Path of Exile 1 endgame, or if they're going to try to move away from it. And even what the timeline is, I don't think a year is enough time to get all their plans done. Because the game feels like it's pretty far off from where it should be, at least based on what they originally said in many ways. So let's see how much they are able to stick to their vision, let's say. But I'm excited to play that game more because that game has been an addiction. I've thought of so many different builds, and what's funny is that every single build I thought of became best in slot. Like the Hallway gloves, I remember going into the game after streams, and I would just tell chat like, "Hey, whoever found these gloves, these are going to be best in slot gloves." A week later, best in slot gloves for screen clearing builds. I'm like, listen, I know what's up. That thing is worth at least 100 div. Okay. It's just small things like that I recognize as interesting about the game. They have some options, but still some issues. But yeah, excited to see what the game is going to be about. Because I've been wanting to play again. It's just so hard because the game doesn't give you much reason to play again. There's just nothing really to pull you back once you're done the trip across the campaigns with most characters. It feels odd. I've also got something else interesting for you today that I thought you all would enjoy because we all read around here, right? This is going to be a bit weird. This is sort of, I've never heard of this thing before, but I hope that you enjoy this. And it's actually going to be fun for all of you. I'll post a link within the chat as well. So there's an award for writing called the Bulwer-Lytton Award. The Bulwer-Lytton Fiction Contest. The pen is mightier than the sword, says Sir Edward Bulwer-Lytton. It is a competition that happens every year that challenges participants to write an atrocious opening sentence to the worst novel ever written. Our whimsical literary competition honors the novelist Sir Edward George Bulwer-Lytton and his marvelously awful opening to his 1830 novel, Paul Clifford. It was a dark and stormy night. The rain fell in torrents, except at occasional intervals when it was checked by a violent gust of wind which swept up the streets. For it is in London that our scene lies, rattling along the housetops and fiercely agitating the scanty flame of the lamps that struggled against the darkness. Now, what's funny about this is that their example sentence doesn't strike me as particularly awful. It doesn't strike me as the worst possible thing I could read, but then I remember that I spend a lot of my time reading on Wattpad and fan fiction and stuff like that. So, or like AO3, okay? So I'm subjected to worse on a daily basis because I enjoy that kind of slop. But if you just look at this paragraph as a whole, it's not the worst thing ever. Like it has issues, and it's kind of funny the way that it just all of a sudden does this just strange jump to "for it is in London that I've seen lies." Every time you go out and you live your life, okay, if you live in London or you're going to go to London, okay, use this in your sentence. Me at my Airbnb, for and then some stereotypical characteristic that is very stereotypically characteristic of London, and then in parentheses, for it is in London that my scene lies. You should use that on a daily basis. Some stereotype about London, and then for it is in London that I've seen lies, and then just continue with your full paragraph. Bonjour, oui oui, mes amis. You know what's funny? The French jokes don't work because even the French Canadians make fun of their own French. Okay, French Canadians are like we're like the backwater of French. What's funny is that the history of French in Canada, our French is actually the way that it used to be spoken. I think it was either in aristocracy or in poverty. I'm thinking poverty because of the way it sounds. And so the modern day French within, like, say, Paris and stuff is actually the one that's sort of spread down from aristocracy or something. And then the one in that is in Canada was the one that escaped the Roman Catholic church and the persecutions of such. So basically, what I'm saying is you can't make fun of us more than we've made fun of ourselves, right? It's impossible. And I say this as an Ontarian, which is very, very loosely associated with French. You were just saying hi. Oh, sorry. My Google Translate plugin was off. When you type bonjour, it said down with the French in my translation. I was like, that's a very, thinking about it, that's a strange translation. Sorry. Anyways, I want to show you this because I want to see what the various entries are. Okay, let's not look at the grand prize. I want to start from the bottom because I really want to know what it's like to try to write the worst thing ever. Because when I perused this myself, when I just took a glance at this, I realized that a lot of the things that they write are very reminiscent of the things that I write, and so it makes me realize I'm a terrible writer. But the problem is that I can't pinpoint what makes it so off. Like, there's something about it that makes it feel off. There's a quality to it, and I don't know what, which means I'm awful at it, which means I'm going to give up. Oh, we can even go to every single year. Okay, cool. Well, this is the odious outliers. I'm assuming these are the ones that could have won, but were more runner-ups. So we're starting at the bottom, and then we move up forward. So let's start with the odious outliers, with the winner. Wait. The dishonorable mentions. What? As we unrolled our sleeping bags, the sickly sweet notes of the old torch song, "Smoke Gets in Your Eyes," played in my mind, and the smell of burning chocolate and liquor wafted in a treacly cloud of smoke from the next campsite, where a vacationing confectioner had lit a smoldering bonbon fire. That is, I feel like that's better than it is. that sounds a lot better than it should be. Those are pretty good puns. What are we looking at? I want you to think back to what I was talking about in the last 2 minutes, nonstop. It's the thing that I was talking about in the last 2 minutes without any pauses between words. I didn't even breathe the entire time. You were at your fridge? Well, you should have got a Samsung and you should have loaded me up on your smart fridge, okay? Listen, you know why you should get a smart fridge? So you can go to your Samsung and say, hey, what's Samsung's AI model again? Name? Samsung AI name? What's it called again? Samsung Sam? What's her name? Samsung Sam. Yes, Samsung Sam. No. Bixby is that weird cousin of Samsung Sam. Samsung Sam was that really, really hot, like, 3D model that they made for no particular reason. So here, this is Samsung Sam. I don't know why they made Samsung Sam, and I don't know why they made her so hot. No reason. In quotes. Welcome to Samsung Sam. I can't show you any more links because it gets worse. Actually, Samsung Sam, rule 34. Wow. There's even a 3D source filmmaker video of it. Wow. That's impressive. How did they get the 3D model for her? What? They know. They definitely know. Well, this is Samsung Sam. So yeah, Bixby is Samsung Sam's cousin that no one really talks about because Bixby is a little. We don't talk about Bixby around here, okay? Bixby is like the annoying cousin that no one really likes. But Samsung Sam, she's the cool, hot, feisty tech support that knows everything about your phone and actually knows where you live too. And if you ask her what the weather is, she'll say, "I don't have any information about where you are," but then she'll also accurately say your weather wherever you live, thereby skirting the data collection laws and breaking many rules. She's so quirky. Why did they cancel her? Why Samsung Sam canceled? Whatever happened to Samsung Sam? It was never going to be a thing. She was just a prototype or idea they never decided to use. So, sorry, we're going to go on a tangent. You know how Samsung is typically seen as an inferior Apple? The reason why is because Samsung has no balls. There is no pioneering instinct within any part of Samsung's leadership. From top to bottom, they're run by skeletons. People who live in a time when Diablo 2 was the hottest hit, okay? They don't even know anymore. The intern who made this is probably the most well-known SFM artist. They knew what was going to happen. They saw what was going on with Overwatch. They saw what was going on with all these other 3D games. And they knew what the people wanted. And so they said, "Hey, I know what we should do. We should make a 3D model of a character and then give this to the people." And you know what those decrepit old fart bags at the very top, filled with nothing but the winds of a bygone era said? "We can't have this. This is immoral. We can't put this on our products. And also, who cares about a stupid 3D cartoon? That's stupid. Look at Apple. They have a cool AI." Well, guess what? Nobody's Siri Rule 34. Oh my god. Apple Siri Rule 34. Oh my god. Well, okay, so there's just people's phones are covered in, oh my, what the fuck is this? Anyways, Apple doesn't have this kind of reach, okay? Samsung could have. But the problem is that they have no balls on them. They feared this new world. And you wonder why Samsung is seen as an inferior product. Because they can't do what Apple can. If tomorrow, if an intern came up with a sexy 3D model for Siri, they would use it in a heartbeat, 100%. She's so quirky. Made it one-handed. Now you have a one-handed phone, so you can play with Sam. What's crazy is that her character actually, I really do like the style of her character too. Like I just enjoy this haircut a lot, and she has a very, very particular. I like the beauty mark. I like the beauty mark in the freckles. Anyway, sorry, tangent. That was just a tangent. Okay, I'm just saying. You should have a Samsung smart fridge, and you should put me on your smart fridge. In fact, you should put me on every smart device in your home. You should put me on every smart device in your home and just have a cacophony of my voice echoing in your ears. And I want you to show me that. I want you to show me it all synced up, okay? Tablets, phones, smart fridges, TVs. What else is smart? Watches. What else is smart now? I think toilets. What smart toilets with screens? Oh my god, there are smart toilets. Discover what you've been missing. what a great slogan. Shop all smart toilets, sure. What's so smart about this? No. Smart toilet with TV. I want a smart toilet that has a built-in TV so that I can put myself on stream. Anyone installed smart toilets? No. I want a smart toilet with screen. Toilet with TV. Oh, man, is there no... You're telling me there's no smart toilet out there that has a built-in TV? I guess these things do have built-in speakers. You know what? It's like the ones in Japan. They have built-in speakers. All you need to do is modify it so it plays my voice. So as you're pooping, it's like an audiobook. Touchless type, trapway type. What? Smart toilets. Yeah. Wait, how many toilets is this company? Is this company made? Do they only make toilets? You're kidding me. These things are $1,000. How good could these toilets be? Like, what's the difference? What is the difference? But what? Okay, so what's the difference between these two toilets? We'll go to an $800 one because apparently that's more reasonable. Can I sort by high to low? Holy shit! There's even one that's even more expensive. My God, what is like what's the difference? This one, I know this one comes in a piss yellow, right? But you can get one that's in nice ceramic white. So what's the difference? A benchmark of American innovation and engineering. That's good. That's really good. Oh shit. Oh god, that deserves a sip of coffee. A benchmark, the well worth two-piece round front toilet by Kohler. A benchmark of American innovation and engineering. Like in the context of that, like it's crazy to me that this toilet is considered the same level of engineering as say a car. You know what I mean? This well toilet displays graceful curves that fit a wide variety of bathroom styles. A high-powered 1.6 gallon flush. Yo, that toilet. You think that toilet is well worth it? To be fair, I think so too. And honestly, whenever I poop out like toilet snakes, the ones that like curve up the bowl. So I do need something that is this strong to prevent. Oh, there's a video. Oh my god, there's a video, chat. Yes, how do I do it? Do you think they had the same video for the $20,000 toilet? Because this thing is $20,000. Okay. Well, what does this one say? So the other one is a feat of American engineering. Can I handle the morning after a kebab? Nothing can. What's worse? Okay, what's worse is when you eat something that makes your stomach rumble, but you have last night's dinner also in there too. So when you poop, at first it's water, and then there's a giant clump, and then when the giant like clump drops into the water, it splashes and it goes up your asshole, and now you get shit all over the face of your ass. That's when you install a bidet. TMI. Look. The new Me 2.0 smart toilet combines unmatched design and technology to bring finance and personal comfort and cleansing. Yada yada yada. It includes personalized settings that let you fine tune every option to your exact preferences. I don't need to hear about your mermaid kisses. That's a great way of calling it. I've never heard it called a mermaid kiss, but I'm going to use that from now on. So you can have your own ambient colored lighting and your own built-in audio speaker system to the heated seat with hands-free opening and closing. Other upgrades include power save mode for energy efficiency, emergency flush for power outages. Like imagine making a toilet that its most fundamental operation has to be an emergency mode that you need to activate because it uses too much technology, and so therefore it can't rely on the base physics of water. Every toilet, ever since the very beginning, is simple. It's a P trap, and it uses water pressure and then the water levels. That's all it is. It's more advanced than it's exactly like a Tesla. It can't even function as a normal toilet without power. It's just like a Tesla. An intuitive remote that complements the Cola Connect app. The what? There's no way. Oh my god. What? There's no way. My my Moxie, my shower heads, my shower head, my kitchen faucets. My kitchen faucets? Workout roof. What the fuck? No, Chad, we have to check this out. Horrible app for a very expensive shower. The main selling feature of the shower system was able to control it from the app. What does it even mean? My Anthem. I really like how it's named, actually. Yeah. My Verdera, my DTV, my Down to Vipe, my Moxie, my Anthem. Again, look at this. The main selling feature of the shower system was to be able to control it from the app. Yeah, exactly. Like, hope you have a waterproof phone to turn off the shower when you're in there. Like, how are you going to use this? Your phone's going to be wet. It's going to be water all over it. What are you going to do? This doesn't make any sense. How is this a selling feature? Because why would you turn on the shower before you go into the shower? You're wasting water. If you had a bathtub, I can kind of understand that. But you don't need technology. You can just go there, turn it on, and set like a timer on your phone. Though there's always a risk of overflow. That's fine. Oh my god. I need to buy a shower from them. We need to see the showers actually. Bathroom? Faucets? Oh, whoa, 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 what the fuck? Whoa, 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 why is she naked over here? Shower. Here we go. Showers. Smart showers. We go to smart showers. Okay, so what? That's the ambient color. Wow. Chat, you can even... I like how one of the colors that they have is piss yellow. It's like, yes, are you feeling it today? Do you want soothing blue or do you want piss yellow? How do you feel? Do you feel calm and at ease and in the power? Is your poop like a nice 7 on the poop hardness scale? Or is it pure bile? Did you have like spicy food last night? Is it going to come out as pure liquid? Oh my god, chat, it's a gaming toilet. It's a gaming toilet. It's a gaming. It's a fucking gaming chair toilet. Oh. When you watch your favorite streamer, I want you to know that they have this toilet installed right beside their desk. Beside every pro streamer setup is this toilet. They take a shit right there. It's why their bathroom breaks are so quick. You don't even hear them wash their hands. Why is it so fancy? I don't even... What's the point? What is the actual point? Look at the inside. It has a built-in... Oh, I like the position of that bidet. By the I... So most bidets are actually very recessed into the toilet bowl. Most bidets, most water spouts for the bidets don't go out that far. Do you know why? Because when it's out this far, okay, I'm gonna paint you a picture. 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 What happens when the bidet is a little too far out, okay? So this is your metaphorical ass cheek over here, okay? I'm gonna do dotted lines so you know where your metaphorical ass cheek is, okay? So that's your ass cheek. That's ass cheek 1. This is ass cheek 2, okay? And then everyone kind of sits at the front like this, and then the legs kind of open up over here, and then you have like a cock and ball kind of thing going on here, okay? So I can kind of... Again, this is just wireframe. This is just a wireframe of cock and ball, so you can't ban me. Okay, that's just a wireframe, okay? And then everyone's cock and ball kind of like hangs inside. If you're large enough, what you do is you kind of hold it on top, so it sits on top of the seat. But you gotta... It's either when you're rock hard or when you're large enough that you do that to spare the indignity of the tip touching water, okay? So when you poop from your butthole, right? It's gonna go on top of it's gonna go right on top of the thing. This isn't a really good design because this is already way too forward. I feel like most people would sit a little bit closer to the end, and it's just they go right on top of the thing. And it kind of makes me wonder, why did they do this? So the tip of your bidet is always gonna be covered in shit. It's every time you go to use your bidet, it's gonna have this weird goop on it. It's gonna have like small stains on it. It's gonna be slightly brown in the certain cases. There's even gonna be like a string of it hanging off the side when you had too many vegetables that one day. This is the worst toilet I've ever seen in my life. Now let's check out these showers. What? How do you? Oh, what in God's name is this? We need to go price because all the good shit is at the top. Thermostatic valve, two-way exposed valve. Okay, maybe it's not at the top. DTV plus the DTV. Lure, the allure. So okay, so this is the Anthem. This is your Anthem shower. The innovative Anthem digital control puts the control of your custom shower at your fingertips. A sleek, minimalist display lets you configure and control your outlets, temperature, and flow, creating a personalized showering experience every time. Optional built-in eco mode. Wait, so again, what is the point of the app? Is the point of the app to turn on the shower before you enter? And if so, what's the point? Because why would you want to do that? And then on top of that, if you ever had to use your phone in the shower, whenever water goes on your phone, it accidentally activates certain buttons. Like you ever see that meme of here, water on phone meme. Yeah, shit like this. Here we go. Yeah, it's stuff like this. Every time you use your phone and the water gets on it, this is what it ah. That's what it feels like. So stupid. It's so stupid. Anyways, yeah, so that's what happens when you get water on your phone, okay? So how is this thing going to work? What do you think was the what do you think was the impetus for this model? Why did they decide to stand here? And look at this. This is stupid. What do you mean? It's so far away. So what is this? Okay, this is a sick shower though. I won't lie, this is a very nice shower. There is one cool thing about showers that I've always thought. The shower within Old Boy, I know that's a weird reference to say. The shower that the main evil dude had in Old Boy was always my peak shower because you could take a shower and it would go right into the floor and you could just leave. Okay? And the best part is he even has screens on his wall to give himself a fake outside view. So it looks like he's staring at Mount Fuji or something, or at I don't know, the coast of New York. But he's actually in the middle of downtown Brooklyn. I don't get the point of this. We have a video. There's a video? Okay, well, it's way too intense. What is this? Tap to activate the shower. Fine-tune temperature in up to 4 outlets, 6 outlets. What is the point of this? Why does it spray your back? 9 custom presets. Command your okay, what is the point of this? What's the waves and evolves and controls? Extraordinary performance. 1 control. Eliminates diverters and trims. I will say, it is a surprisingly nice looking shower. It looks extremely clean for what you have to do. But again, it's now your shower has piping and wiring. And that's going to be its own mess, right? Like it's not like getting rid of pipes. It's not like you can get rid of the water pipe in any real capacity, right? But now you have wires to deal with too, and you need to somehow route those in a fully if it ever breaks, you're going to have a fire. I don't get it. Yeah, and it's a digital and a mechanical thing, which means it's not as simple because usually your shower head thing, the way it works is when you churn it to open it, it just opens up the opening where the water comes from. Like it's so simple that it can't fail. This is 2 different parts acting together, and you can't control them individually. They have to work together in tandem. For $2,000. And then it has an app for some reason. Tactile, universal, and responsive. Up to 6 outlets. 2 temperature zones. Why do we need to keep seeing him? Like, what is the point of the shot? You know what I mean? Advanced connectivity. I want to see somebody use this app and tell me what the fuck it does. What does the app do? There's no way the app at all is... This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, I know this is a weird tangent, but... We have to go back. Listen, okay, so to those who were at your fridge, your smart fridge, I look down on you, okay? We're going to look at the worst opening sentences ever written for books, and an award done yearly, where they talk about where they give you an award if you can write the worst opening sentence to a fictional novel. I'm going to start at the top because the order is kind of hard to deal with. Okay, let's just look at the grand prize. This is the worst possible sentence that you could write for a fiction contest to somebody's book. I think it's specifically to the book. The challenge is to write to the worst novel ever written. Yes, to the worst novel ever written. But what is the worst novel ever written? Learn more. Okay, but what is the novel? How do you what is your rules and submissions? Each entry must consist of a single sentence. Sentences must be of any length, but we suggest entries must be original as a word previously unpublished. But what is the worst possible book? I guess the book is just whatever the genre is. Okay, so they write the worst possible opening sentence for some unknown genre of a book, for some unknown book. It's just a part of the worst ever book. Like if your worst ever book is Twilight, you use that as a reference to open the book with, okay? The grand prize winner was by Lawrence Pearson. She had a body that reached out and slapped my face like a 5-pound ham hock tossed from a speeding truck. And there's also the Grand Panjandrum Special Award. Mrs. Higgins' body was found in the pantry, bludgeoned with a potato ricer, and lying atop a 50-pound sack of Yukon Golds, her favorite for making nochi, though some people consider them too moist for this purpose. I look at these as two different terrible sentences for different reasons. This one is just absurd. There's like a comedic sort of what the fuck am I reading type of deal. There's a sense of there's no way that this is a real concept in a book because this doesn't tell me anything about the book that I'm reading other than it feels like slapstick comedy, right? This one is different because it completely forgets what it was trying to talk about and slowly devolves into making nochi. This is one for an adventure book. This is the winner. As Niels Nordgren struggled mightily treading water to stay afloat, while grimly watching from a distance the Norwegian oil tanker he captained slowly sink in the treacherously dark and stormy seas off Murmansk. He gave no thought to whether the Giants had any chance at a pennant win this year. You know what? What's weird is that the words themselves are actually pretty good. This is something that I mentioned too. Like this. It makes me realize I'm just a shit writer then, because these don't sound like the worst possible things that I've ever read before. But I guess it makes sense because you can't use something that's published, which means you can't use whatever you find on Wattpad or fanfiction, right? Like you can't have opening sentences written on AO3 and use that within your contest entry within this contest, which is a bit unfortunate because I feel like there's a gold mine there, right? This honorable mentions, I'm assuming these ones lost. It had seemed a good idea at the time. The first of my 2-week all-inclusive vacation, spent with an affable stranger in a tapas bar, oiled by an excess of Corona Extra and tequila shots. But now, in a fancy dress, holding a red cape, under a pitiless noonday sun, while 1,000 pounds of snorting horned beefsteak eyed me malevolently, hoofing a hole in the dirt, the packed spectators allaying for all their worth, I, a junior sales rep, in kitchen utensils from Milwaukee, wasn't so sure. This one tries really, really hard, and it does a very good job because you start to. This feels like it feels a bit like Dracula, where he goes on way too much about the way his meals were. As he mustered the platoon for another patrol on a moonlit Mekong night. Oh, it's always the Mekong Delta, man. It's always the Mekong Delta, man. I'm in Canada now. I'm trying to escape it, man. Lieutenant John Hoseman Walker, Jr., USMC, remembered what his dad, a fellow devil dog who survived the previous generation's island-hopping campaign against Japan that sealed the corpse's legend, had told him as he shipped out from Coronado 14 months earlier. Son, when you're a Marine, rank is what you smell, not what you pull. What about, let's just move on to the crime and detective. I feel like these ones, the adventure ones, are very interesting. I also didn't realize that adventure was so broad of a category that it would include even stuff like, what seems like Saving Private Ryan-esque things. Crime and okay, good. This is the crime section. She was poured into the red latex dress like Jello poured into a balloon, almost bursting at the seams, and her zaftig shape was awesome to behold. But I knew from the look on her face and the .45 that she held pointing at me that this was no standard client of my detective agency, but a new collection agency tactic to get me to pay my long overdue phone bill. What a that it really does have that feeling of like a gruff detective narrating their life. But at the same time, it's like I don't know what the criteria is for the worst thing ever, right? Or maybe I can kind of get the criteria for the worst thing ever, but it's I was expecting like down bad, like really awful stuff. If you've ever been on Wattpad or you read people's writings, right? Everyone's first time is usually pretty awful. Okay, I'm still bad at it. Okay, well, clearly, if I'm thinking that this is fine, but these all feel like they're more shitposty and they're more making fun of the genre themselves versus necessarily being the worst thing ever. Even the one that they have as the example, the gold example of what is the worst possible opening in Sir Edward George Bulwer Lytton's novel Paul Clifford. This one just feels like a shitpost and not really the worst thing ever. Like, I feel like I could do worse. Maybe you have this. Join them. I'm going to join, and I'm going to try to make the worst thing ever next year. And I'm going to succeed. I'm going to succeed in making the worst possible. I've just been hit by sudden French. I'm gonna try to make the worst possible sentence opening ever, and I know exactly how to because I'm at that state where I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to be useful or good. I'm excited to see what kind of slop I come up with. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was funny. We're going to move on now. I was going to show you some more things, but since I started a bit late, I'll save those for tomorrow. We're going to play some games, but I've got some music for you today. The music is not going to be the usual stuff. It's actually going to be a slight concept thing that I've been playing with. I just had the idea last night, and I thought it'd be funny to sort of try this. Because based on what we're going to be playing today and the order that we're going to be going down things, I think it's going to be interesting to hear these songs and see and get lost in a storyline that feels like it shouldn't fit as well as it does, but it somehow surprisingly does. Especially when you consider the nature of the games that we've been playing. We've been playing some fascinating games. Games such as Beyond Citadel, which we're learning more and more is just another game about incest, as per usual. And we also played a game yesterday about dating houses, and really all of our time has been about romance in many different ways, and it doesn't really feel good to be so surrounded by romance when you consider that everything we have, like, it just, I don't know if romance should be allowed in these circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you should call these romance, right? Nobody looks at Yosuga no Sora and says this is a romantic visual novel. No one looks at Old Boy and says this is a romance story. Like, My Brother in Christ, that's his daughter. Classic. Anyways, I do. I do, streamer. I say it. I got a song for you today. A series of songs that will lead up to a love story of sorts. And actually really great songs too. I really, really enjoyed the songs, and I really enjoyed the music videos for these songs too. These are very, very sort of newer songs, actually. That came out, I want to say, within the last year, I think. I feel like it's been 5 years since I've heard them, but time is a very different scale now. But these songs are very, very entertaining, and you actually hear a lot more different styles. And in particular, I'll get more into it after we listen to it. I really enjoy the way that the artist plays with the sounds and actually tries to inject a different kind of musicality into what is typically a tonal language. I really enjoy their attempt at it. This is Titem Teneu, sorry, my pronunciation is fucked, by Mono and Two Pills. Two pills? Like 2 Chainz? That song is such a banger. It's such a good song. So the reason why I really enjoy that song, one, there's something comedic about the way that it tries to tell a story. It it has sort of like the same trope of most comedy romance songs, and this is sort of a thing that I've noticed. A lot of comedy romance songs always deal with the fact that there's no way that you could be attracted to this person, right? In the sense of like they're so ugly or something. I always found it to be sort of odd because I feel like there's different ways that you could do romance, particularly the one where it's like the other song, which I forget the name of now, where it was a bit of a Black Mirror episode of like you don't really know who's behind the virtual avatar. I was like, that's pretty neat, right? But I also enjoy the song because of just the pure musicality of it. There's a lot of really interesting hints. Bits to the song that I really enjoy. The main one being that it plays a lot with the tonality of the word. So in a tonal language, right? I've talked about it before. It's hard to even imagine how you can get away from the tones. You can almost slur the tones a bit, just like you would slur the words. Like if I say everywhere, you know that I'm saying everywhere, right? Or if I say all day every day, then you know that I'm saying all day every day, right? In just the same way, you can sort of do it with tones as well, but I find it to be so much harder because if you go too far, it almost starts to lose its meaning because some words do have other meanings depending on your tones, right? For instance, if you say them versus like theme or something like that, just a small little difference, it changes the entire meaning of the word to be something completely different, even if it's not even spelled the way, right? Like spelled the same way, but is it harmonically? Harmonically? Like orally, it sounds like the same word because we can't differentiate spelling from just the sound of some words because the language doesn't really follow stuff like that. But this song does it very well. The way that the singer sort of tackles that is, and you can hear points in the song, especially around like a 30 seconds to 1 minute, when they sing that sort of like flat phrase, that whole paragraph in like a very flat monotone sort of style. They actually sometimes dip down when they have to preserve the word. And in doing so, this is another bit of the song that I really enjoy. They add a lot of those classic Vietnamese singing flares to the words that they say. It's like it's right at the end of certain words where you hear their voice sort of go up and down. It's sort of like it sounds stereotypically sing-songy, but it's in a way that stereotype was informed from the reality of what the singing style was, and it sounds very nice. This singer does a very great job of mixing those two different styles together. A much more modern sort of a complex breakdown of like, and then a bending of what the language can sound like, as well as a much more classical this is what Vietnamese is type of pronunciation. I don't really know what the term is for tonal. Like pronunciation is how you say a word, but what's the thing for the tonal sound of it? It's a great song, and all of his songs are actually very very fantastic. Again, it's a whole playlist today of multiple songs. There's this song. There's a song in the mid break when we transition into Beyond Citadel. The song at the very end too. So hey, if you want to hear the entire musical story, then you should stick around. The song was that he was just sort of told to go and find some partner, and his parents are expecting him to find someone, and he has to go to some random place to go find someone, but he can't go out clubbing anymore because he has no more money. Like it's just your average sort of romance song. What's interesting too is that another note, it's very easy to find romance songs in the Vietnamese, but it's something that I've noticed in every language. Romance songs tend to be one of the more common types of songs to find because love is one of those powerful emotions that we struggle to even begin to describe in a way that really captures the full complexity of how we feel about somebody. And I find I struggle with this even just trying to talk to someone about why am I married? You know what I mean? Not in the sense of like they're questioning why I'm married, but to them, they're trying to make the decision themselves. And so they're asking me, how did I know? And it's like, I don't even know how to describe it to you. I just knew. I just knew that this person was who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And she also knew too. Like it's very hard to put into words what this is. It's why there's so many different love songs out there. I think, at least that's my personal theory, because it's such a powerful emotion that is so, it feels so intrinsic to who we are, and thus it feels so difficult to describe because we've never had to describe it. We simply felt it for the most part from the moment we were born. For most people, if you have somebody that has raised you and has loved you in some way, obviously this is not true for all people, but it feels a bit like reading in the sense of you know where the words go and you know how to speak the words. But if I ask you to define the word "the," you're going to fail. I don't even know what the fuck "the" means. If you ask me what does "the" mean, THE, I have no clue. And yet we all know how to use it intrinsically. It's just a part of us, right? That's why I find romance songs to be so common. But especially in Vietnamese, there's a lot of romance songs and war songs, for obvious reasons. So you either again, this is, but it's also true in other languages too. Depression, grief, and sadness, and happiness, joy, and love, the extremes of the human experience. Those are where you're going to find most of the songs. I want something in the middle where you're just kind of like, melancholic, or just depressed but not like sad, but you're depressed in the sense of like everything's numb. You know what I mean? Like, I want a Linkin Park Vietnamese thing versus like just the two extremes. We'll get there eventually, or maybe there is one and I haven't found it. Who knows? But if you do know, please let me know, because I am a little bit tired of romance songs. That's why I'm doing this segment, so I can get all the romance songs out in one go, so I never have to deal with them again. We're gonna move on now. Sorry for that. That was a long rant about the romance songs. Hope you enjoy your maple leaf original smoked ham. We're going to move on to the flip. What the fuck is it called? Flipside Frights demo test from the Haunted PS1 team, which again, I've been excited for this. The equals that. Okay, well, define that. We just keep on going in a circular fashion, and I say, what does that mean? That equals this. Well, what does this mean? And then you say those, and say, well, what are those? What are those? And then that's the entire joke, and then we stop on, what are those? And then everyone claps and cheers. Woo! My streamer! That's my streamer! So smart! What a smart streamer! What a great joke! Haha! So witty! You think I'm smart, Chad? You think I'm funny? You think I'm witty? No, I have the humor of somebody who just picked up a comedy book and is trying their best at the local comedy club, where the local comedy club is filled with people who have never left this old decrepit town that is slowly wasting away because all the corporations have moved in and Walmart killed all the mom and pop stores. There's no more money in this small town, and therefore there's no more people. But that's why it's so easy for me to make people laugh, because they never had comedy in this godforsaken town, and so I'm the only one left who even knows what a joke even means. Everyone else is too depressed trying to pay bills. You want that? Yeah. The local clown. That's a great way of saying it, yeah. I'm the local clown. Hey everyone. Pagliacci here. Okay, let me just slide this up. Sorry, it just takes a while to slide up. I need a BRB. I need to use the washroom. In the meantime, though, I've got a song for you all. As I mentioned before, today is going to be a bit of a themed day. We're slowly building up towards something by the end of it all. Because as you all know, Beyond Citadel, the game involving angels and demons and apparently incest, I'm not even kidding you, is a romance game in that sense then. Because if you love your sibling enough to sleep with them, then, that's romantic, right? I have a song for you all to play today, because I thought it'd be funny to make a series of to have a playlist involving love for today's session, considering all these topics. And hey, what an amazing way to segue into the love, with No Players Online being a game about preserving our dead wife in the game, keeping her there so that we no longer lose her because she's dead. This song is called Emsen by Mono. It's the same artist as the first song that I played, Titem Dinu. But sorry, I stutter hard when I switch languages. It's why it's so hard for me. The difference is that you can think of this as the first song he's finding love. In this song, he's found someone beautiful and amazing that he absolutely enjoys. And again, similar sense of style and musicality. I really enjoy this song because of the level of musicality on display, and I think you'll enjoy it too. Again, very interesting take on tonal music, and honestly very reminiscent of a lot of traditional Vietnamese music too. It's the blend of modern and classic that I find so appealing about the song. Please enjoy. I just want to let you know I can play flute just as well as that, if not better. I love the song. From like the 150 to 2 minute mark, you can really sort of see the way that they play with the sounds and the tonality of it, right? It's very interesting to sort of hear that. And the piece is It's almost like that. I don't know what the style is called, but you hear it a lot within Western music too, with this sort of like sing-songy hip hop style songs. It's the way that he sort of goes into this monotone state where he's saying these a lot of basically just like how beautiful. He's basically talking about like someone so beautiful that they're his like muse of some sorts. That's effectively the feeling, right? It's the way that he goes through those words and does just slight variations on each pitch to keep the actual meaning of it, right? And he just slightly curves it up and down, but that he also has musical licks on it too. And you can even hear it at the ends of some of the words when he plays with the very traditional sort of like sing style within Vietnamese music. That you hear him do I forget what it's called, but it's specifically the vocal modulations that make you go up and down in tone and almost like step up or step down. Very, very musically complex song if you sort of break it down and examine every little piece of how he sings it. And he's honestly a very, very, very good singer. This song is very hard for me to sing even. Like I've tried it a couple times for karaoke and it's very tough because you need a level of control over both the language as well as your tonals to really make it work. And if you want to kind of remix it with your own cover, you need to understand exactly how you would kind of do that musical phrasing, especially with that like monotone piece before the chorus of like M Sin. It's very, very hard to like do. And it I don't know, there's just something about the song that's very, very good. And you hear his musical talent from the first song into this song. He nails that. It feels like a modern groove style of sorts. It's hard to explain. He feels a bit like a mix between like a Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak type of deal, but not Silk Sonic style. It's almost the opposite of Silk Sonic, where it's much more upbeat and groovy than it is necessarily like slow burn R&B style. That's kind of what I enjoy about it. But it has a lot of the same influences. It's great. Sonic. Yeah, Silk Sonic. Good old Sonic. But yeah, I love the song. I love the first song I played from him. He's coming up with more songs too. Every one of his songs are really, really good. His newest song, I think it's Jamwa, like Too Slow, is also really good too. Again, it's mostly romance songs, so if you're not in the mood for romance, maybe you're not in it. Like sometimes you get into the mood for like a Linkin Park thing, like you want to rage against the machine, and I get that, okay? But if you are in the mood for it, it's good. It's good. I've also heard it being described as bubblegum pop. Not really sure what that means either, but I just think of the bubblegum song from KK Slider like this. What was it, KK Slider? I basically, when I hear bubblegum pop, I think of this, and I think the vibe really does fit very, very well for what this song was. Except the song that I played for you, the song by Mono, was less like cheerful. Well, it was more groovy than it was just purely cheerful, and it was less poppy, and it was a lot more groovy and sort of like smooth with it. You know what I mean? This one is more like you know what? I understand now what bubblegum pop is. It's the kind of pop that you get from your e-girlfriend. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're moving on to Beyond Citadel. I'll stop talking now and basically disparaging entire genres of music. Because really, what did you say last time, chat? Who am I? Who am I to criticize art when the best I can do is this. Actually, I didn't even do this. This was actually the artist within chat. This was one of the two artists within chat. One of the three, actually. I don't know how many artists there are, but one of you made this. So this time it wasn't me. This time, who are you to criticize art? Thank you for watching, everyone. Put the censor on. One eyebrow raised. Listen, you can't deny, okay? This is technically... It's not that kind of massage. I'm not saying it's that kind of massage, but every time, listen, if you've ever gotten a massage, right? You're just on the table and someone is just like squeezing your muscles to make you feel better, right? This is just what you look like. Like there's no getting around the fact that you have to be somewhat naked to basically go through it, and that when they like, it feels satisfying, and then your body is being manipulated. Like it does feel weirdly like this. Anyways, what I'm saying is, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm out. I have to go get things ready. I'll see you all tomorrow. And we're done this game, which means we can do the demo disc the entire week, basically. So it's nice. There's some other games that we're starting very, very soon that I think you'll really enjoy as well. And we'll see how it goes. Sorry for being late today.
had some things to do. But tomorrow we'll start at the normal time because I'm actually done all my stuff. That's why I was up last night so late trying to get my stuff done for some job interviews. So it's good, some practicing. But now we're good to go. Thank you for making the melange, everyone. I'll Photoshop a copy of the melange at some point, and we'll see how it goes. Enjoy your tomato pasta, everyone. Enjoy your tomato spaghetti and your mold bread cheese. I need to find that link again. What's this? What's the Spider-Man line? What's this? I love J.K. Simmons, and it's crazy to me that he went from Spider-Man to Whiplash. Not exactly like one after the other, but in my mind, he's always just J. Jameson or J. Jonathan, whatever the guy's name is, Jensen into the teacher who like causes mayhem, basically. Um, okay, this is not a massage pose. This is not a massage pose. This is just a different pose. But yeah, good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace out. Oh, also, keep an eye out. We're gonna be doing some VR chat soon, as well as some American Truck Simulator soon. I have some. I finally got around to trying out the system more and seeing if it's stable. It's pretty good, so we're gonna have some fun. I'm just waiting for one person to tell me when they're down, and then we'll do some more of that. So, and again, please do check out the Party House channel. The Infinity Nikki lookbook stuff is now up. Again, it's themed around going back to work, so I hope that you all enjoy it. If you have any problems with the theme, please let me know. I'll try my best to make it fun. The holidays make it easy, but until we get to the holidays, it's kind of hard to do. So hopefully you all like it. Bye, everyone. Let's get this off my screen. Oh, wait, sorry. Also, actually, there's one song that I want to play for you all before we leave. To end off everything and to end off this whole journey that we've been going through. Because as you can probably tell, I was trying to play some songs that really fit into the vibe of whatchamacallit? A love thing, like a love song, like a love story, which again I think was a genius move. So please enjoy the song as we sign off for the night. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing it. I'm too tired to switch languages. So after this song is done, the stream is over. I'm so glad I chose that song to end us off with because that song is about the separation of people and the memories that we have with each other. Just as I'm about to separate from all of you. Bye, everyone. Yes, this is Melange. His name is MLONSH. Is it? I don't know anymore. Bye, everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow.